Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I am reviewing Knock at the Cabin. So this is directed by M. Night Shyamalan and it's his latest film based on the book The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul G. Tremblay, starring Dave Bautista, Prax the Destroyer, Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge, Nikki Amuka-Bird, Kristen Cui, Quinn and Rupert Grint from Harry Potter. So this is a supernatural apocalyptic horror thriller where two dads are vacationing at a remote cabin in the woods with their adopted daughter, and then out of nowhere four strangers called Leonard, these two fathers, Eric and Andrew, with their daughter Gwen, played by Kristen Cui, not Cole, and they, like I said, four strangers come in there, called Leonard, Sabrina, Adrian and Redmond, who come into the house and tell them that the apocalypse is coming and they have been selected to make a sacrifice to save the world, and these four strangers have been having visions that have drawn them together in this, but one of the parents, Andrew, isn't buying it, thinking this is a homophobic home invasion attack, and it purely isn't, and they try and convince them throughout the film that this is happening, and they show them on the news that there's these catastrophic events happening around the world and they must make the sacrifice, and they can only delay the apocalypse by sacrificing one another. But with this being an M. Night Shyamalan film, there are twists and turns. Or is there twists and turns? M. Night Shyamalan even makes his cameo in this film as a TV host on the television as well, so we do see him in that. But the twist, is it really a twist? Because I theorised it long before I saw this film. I knew that these four strangers, I mean in the book, they're not what I was assuming, and in the book they're just four people with visions. And little spoiler alert, but yes, if you were theorising like I were, yes, these four strangers, Leonard, Adrian, Sabrina and Redmond, they are the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which I knew from the get-go from seeing this trailer. In the book they're not the four horsemen, but in this film they are, and in the book they changed the ending. In the film they changed the ending to the book. See, in the book, well, I won't give anything away about the ending, but I will say that the book and the film end very differently, and they do have different playouts from book to film, which I've read. But I'm talking about the film here. So what did I like about this one? Well, I liked how fast-paced it was. It wasn't slow, it got straight to it, and we got to know these four strangers led by Dave Bautista, who was playing Leonard, and we got to see, it escalate pretty quickly. We also got to see quick flashbacks of Eric and Andrew and their past, how they've dealt with life throughout their lives and stuff, and how they adopted their daughter Gwen, and I also liked that. I also liked that they were the four horsemen of the apocalypse. See, when it comes to apocalyptic stuff, I'm always thinking, when are we going to see those four horsemen riding? And we do. Well, kind of. I mean, they do change it a bit. There are modernised metaphors for it with the four horsemen, but I liked how it all played out. I knew who they were all going to be. There was war, pestilence, famine, and death. Those are the four horsemen. Or sometimes it's conquest and not pestilence. They're more or less the same horsemen, but yeah, they were the four horsemen. And with each day they waste not sacrificing, more dangerous worldwide events occur, and they have to make that difficult decision. who will be sacrificed to save the Earth. Because that's what I was thinking. The twist to this, I said to myself, the twist is that they are the four horsemen of the apocalypse and they just want a willing sacrifice in exchange so they won't end the world. And do they do that? Well, I can't tell you that, you gotta watch. But yeah, this is an okay film. I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, you either like him or you hate him. You know, his films as well are pretty much hit and miss. But in this one, I thought it was reasonably okay. It was alright. It was suspenseful, it was graphic, and quite violent. So I can see why it was a 15, or America's case R18, or is it PG-13 in America? If you're an American watching this review and you've seen it, let me know what their certificate is. But yeah, I thought this was quite an entertaining one. I was watching throughout. I didn't get bored watching this either. I was interested to see where it would go, and well, let's just say it was, like I say, the ending to the film played out differently to the ending in the book. So yeah, like I say, I do love a good apocalyptic film, and this was okay. Was it brilliant? It wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was an interesting watch, and I did enjoy watching it. Will I watch this again? Maybe I'll watch it a second time to pick up on things that I might have missed on first viewing, because that's the thing with M. Night Shyamalan when he makes his films. Sometimes you gotta give it a second viewing to see things you may have missed, you know, like The Sixth Sense. I'm sure there's no spoilers on The Sixth Sense now, because you've had 23 years to work, you know, to see it. But we're not talking about his first film, we're talking about this most recent one he's done. So yeah, this had good cinematography, a good score, and some good acting from Dave Bautista, even though to me he will always be Drax the Destroyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the Wrestler. And Rupert Grint, he'll always be Ron Weasley to me, you know, even though, yeah. And the performances from the actors playing Eric and Andrew were good in this. You know, they did a great performance playing them too. And the young actress they got for Wen, she was adorable, and you know, I liked her character too. She did a good performance as well, playing her character. So ratings, what will I rate this one? Given how predictable it was, but like I say, they did some changes. I think I'll give this one, I'll give it 3 stabs out of 5. It's watchable. 3 stabs out of 5 for Knock at the Cabin. So there you go, there is my review for that one. So have you seen it? Let me know all that down below in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Brandon Ross, and this has been a revolting review on Knock at the Cabin. So until next time, don't have nightmares.